Debbie Reynolds. Please introduce yourself, my beauty. Oh, and tell them about your award. And tell them about the beginning of another poetry thing that we're going to pull together. Just tell the people how it's expanding.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Beatrice Harris, and I am a kick-ass poet and podcaster. Just a couple of announcements. This awesome group that I am a part of, the Hudson River Poets, will be having a new location to be announced at the coffee shop on Lake Street. So if you love poetry and you're interested in reading, well, we're going to have a new location.
As well as this one. We're not.
As well as the Karpeles Museum, of course. Second announcement, I was happy to be informed that my podcast, The Final Veil Cosmic Collision, that is on Anchor, was nominated by Spotify's Rap 2020 Best Played Podcast, so that was a shocker. Before I get started with my series of poetry and small quotes, there is something that I would like to say briefly. Over the last year, in which 2020 will be drawing to a close on December 31st, I learned a lot about humanity and how much we're in danger of losing it. Mm-hmm. So my poetry, basically every piece of content that I've written is about reclaiming our humanity. And it's not in a political or material aspect. Our consciousness as human beings is in danger of being erased forever. And it is up to us to fight and to keep that sacred gift from the universe. So the following poems I'm going to read have to do with reclaiming and fighting for humanity and taking a stand for those whose voices are not yet heard or wrongfully been taken. Once upon a time, the world cared. I say that because due to a lot of reality shows, basically mainstream cable, it's dulled down our ability to maintain natural empathy. So this first poem actually has to do with the continued hate that is still spreading throughout our beloved nation. I know and I understand. Pain. Hopelessness deepening like an open wound. Infection threatens. Take away my breath of life at this moment. Heat preparing to rip apart my cells. Fighting back. I understand hate. More than you know, more than you can handle. I've felt the breath of jealousy down my neck, chilling my spine. Are you okay? I'm just fine, just feeling the presence of the divine. I know and I understand. You just don't know and understand what hate does. What does it do? It leaves the needs of the decent out of view. It leaves a mark that cannot be made new. As time winds by, I came to this realization a long time ago. I know and I understand you. You just don't care to know and understand me. This second one is dedicated to the unique individuals who have autism spectrum disorder, Down syndrome, the ones who were always deemed freaks and outcasts. This one is for you. It is called Some Type of Normal. It's not easy to have a normal life. I tried. It's easier to make do with the life that was given to you. How? Ask yourself this. What changes can you make to this life to make it some type of normal? Not too fast if you're young. Look around you and look inside of you. Rinse, lather, repeat. Find out what is there and what is not. Read what is not readable. Write what is unfavorable. Laugh at instant karma, as long as the moment permits it. Find your normal, because being normal is lifeless.
Hear, hear.
This one is kind of short, but I have seen a movement that is empowering and comforting at the same time, and this poem is called Hidden. Who we are is not what is seen. We are all in a realm, lost in the perfect storm of egos, societal norms, underworld connections. Once we cut away the poisonous vines of systemic conformity, we forge a path towards true justice, freedom, and peace. And where we once was hidden will be resurfaced to the realm of light.
Very nice. That's a t-shirt.
This next one is it's probably gonna be a little offensive, but when is poetry not offensive? This one is dedicated to the consistent misconceptions and misinformation that is still permeating through the mainstream media. Don't think I wasn't gonna forget about you. This one is called Faceless. Hoping is a distant thought in the corner of time and space. Healing comes from a place of darkness, not light. In order to heal from pain, you must face your own darkness. You can't help anyone if you can't even help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're helping yourself, why is no one seeing you? The faces of leadership. Only faces, no truth, only lies. Pretty face, happy face. Masks are used to conceal the face of truth. Media tells you to be fearful, leaving you torn up and tearful. Science is junk now, just riddled with political infections. Suffer the children unto the Lord, and may he wash them in the blood of the Lamb. To breathe or not to breathe, to feel or not to feel. Open door, nothing grows. Open water, nothing flows. Take a look at yourself. No, you can't. In this crisis, placeless, emotionless, faceless.
Bravo, bravo.
My last one is a cry for help, basically. For the ones who are dedicated in the light of spiritual awareness and religious organization, there is still a dark side that needs to be revealed. And it is up to us who are truly dedicated in the spirit of consciousness, in truth, to bring it to the surface and put an end to the senseless violence against our children. This is called faithless. Oh, how we forget. Yes, let's take a trip down memory lane, jumping from a hypocritical plane, leaving your followers in pain. Let us pray. Almighty Creator, where did we go wrong? Praising you through verse and song when we were harming souls all along. We let them in, we gave them food. Isn't that enough? We didn't know life would be so rough. We thought that these sinners were tough. Hedonistic promises under the guise of collection plates, books, and audio tapes. Behind closed doors, the precious darling we beat and rape. Do they know? We think they know. The doors are being smashed in, the officers are grabbing us up. We were just trying to save these angels from sin. You're right. I want to thank you for your time. Be safe for the end of this year, and trust you're gonna have to grow some thick skin for the new year. Until next time, be aware, be centered, and be happy.